On April 6, 1994, a plane carrying Rwandan President Juvenal Habyarimana, a Hutu, was shot down over Kigali. The assassination remained shrouded in mystery, with no definitive answers about who was responsible. However, its impact was immediate and catastrophic. Extremist Hutu leaders seized upon the incident, blaming Tutsi rebels and using it as a pretext to launch their meticulously planned genocide. The assassination served as a deadly catalyst, igniting long-simmering ethnic tensions and unleashing a wave of violence that would engulf the tiny Central African nation. The speed and ferocity of the violence that followed was shocking. Hutu extremists, fueled by years of hateful propaganda, turned on their Tutsi neighbors. The killings began in Kigali, but rapidly spread to every corner of Rwanda. Perpetrators included government officials, soldiers, militia groups, and ordinary citizens, many of whom were coerced or manipulated into participating. The Rwandan genocide was not a spontaneous eruption of tribal violence, it was a meticulously orchestrated campaign of extermination, directed from the highest levels of power. Over the next 100 days, an estimated 800,000 Tutsis and moderate Hutus were brutally murdered. The killers used machetes, clubs, guns, and any other weapons they could find. Men, women, and children were slaughtered indiscriminately, often in plain sight. Neighbors killed neighbors, teachers killed students, priests killed parishioners. The genocide was characterized by a level of intimacy and brutality that shocked the world. The killers showed no mercy. They hacked people to death in their homes, hunted them down as they fled, and massacred them in churches and schools where they had sought refuge. The world bore witness to one of the most horrific acts of genocide since the Holocaust. The Rwandan genocide was not just a crime against humanity, it was an assault on the very idea of human decency. The Rwandan genocide was fueled by hate speech. For years, extremist Hutu leaders had used radio stations and newspapers to spread venomous propaganda against the Tutsi minority. Tutsis were demonized as cockroaches and snakes, accused of being foreign invaders who threatened the Hutu way of life. This relentless campaign of dehumanization created a climate of fear and suspicion that made the genocide possible. When the killing began, radio stations became tools of genocide. They broadcast the names and locations of Tutsis and moderate Hutus, directing the killers to their victims. They urged Hutus to cut down the tall trees, a chilling